Well, hello you guys. I have a ripe starter, so what do you say we make some more sourdough focaccia? The main motive for making this today is because I had the forno cultura focaccia sandwich the other day and I was obsessed with it. I thought it was fantastic. The flavors were everything. If you just want to know how to make sourdough focaccia, learn a little bit, we're going to do this together and we're going to have some fun. Sourdough focaccia has probably got to be one of the easiest sourdough anything that you can make. The dough is just so easy to work with. It takes really no effort at all. Starting with a really big bowl. The first thing we're going to do is take between 430 to 440 grams of warm filtered water. I personally like the higher hydration, so I'm gonna go for the full 440. Now, I normally add sugar to my focaccia, but today I'm going to add some honey instead. So this is 2 teaspoons, which is 13 grams. If you want to use sugar instead, it would be 8 grams of sugar. Now we're gonna take 10 grams of olive oil. And now for our lovely peaked starter. I had this about 7 hours ago. I'm gonna take 150 grams. So airy, so beautiful. I'm gonna give everything a little whisk. Just really want to break up the starter and get the honey nice and combined. I'm gonna take my bread flour, 500 grams, and 10 grams of salt. That's it for the dough. So now I'm gonna give the dry ingredients a little whisk and then incorporate everything together. Since focaccia dough is very wet, it comes together very easily with a bread whisk. You don't really have to go in with your hands at all, which I really do like. And don't get discouraged because of how sticky and wet this dough is. It's just all part of the process and you have to understand that it is a high hydration. Luckily with focaccia, it's not really hands-on. You're not doing any shaping. It's just easy stretch and folds. So we're not fighting with the dough the whole time. It's very simple. Using my bowl scraper, I'm just gonna clean up the bowl, fold it over itself a few times. Now we are left with a dough ball that is quite tacky, very shaggy looking. I'm gonna cover this with saran wrap. I'm gonna let this rest for 45 minutes and then we'll start our stretch and folds. Okay, so the 45 minutes have passed and we're gonna do our first round of stretch and folds and we're gonna do 3 rounds of these half an hour apart. So in total, it's gonna take us an hour and a half. Quickly, I'm just gonna wet my fingertips and I'm just taking my hands, going underneath the dough, gently grabbing, tugging up and folding over itself. Quarter turn the bowl and repeat on all 4 sides. The dough is very sticky right now, but that's normal, and as we build the gluten and the tension, it's gonna get better. Covering that again, 30 minutes, we'll do it again. Second round of stretch and folds. Again, wet hands. Already feels much better than the first time. Dough is not tearing as easily. Much more tension. Covering it for 30 minutes before our final stretch and fold. All right, you guys, it's our final stretch and fold. This went by very fast, if I'm being honest. So much more tension and structure in the dough. The gluten is definitely developing. Holds together very nicely.